Good morning, channel friends. Today, a double makeover, 2 people, 2 small tables as they are part of a much larger project. As you can see from my apron, I love restyling. This tutorial is part of the very complex project of my friend's house.
Here we are. Good morning.
Are we at the circus? So you will sweat and get dusty. She will paint with a very elegant black or blue for now. Then you switch, and if you want, you can do the hard work, or else keep painting. That way you won't go to the gym tonight. You have to listen to me, please. Because he always does what he wants, but it's no good. But can you explain to them why we are doing this tutorial as part of a larger project? What are we doing?
Please, Sid.
The renovation of your childhood home.
Yes.
Which is part of this beautiful episode that is on Discovery, which you can watch on Discovery. Channel 56, Home and Garden TV. And some reruns will be on Real Time and several other networks. Don't miss the tutorial, part of this project, that you haven't seen yet, especially you. Since they'll see the house tomorrow, let's start. Yes. You guys are finally here under my crutches. So, let's start with the fine work she will do. First rule, the brush should be held by the ferrule. I gave you a pointed brush. So, you need to get into the small holes of this table for the recesses without much effort. You really need to dip and spread it well, and always remember that when it starts to dry, it shouldn't look wet. The first coat is very important for us, because it needs to cover almost everything. This black blue is really nice. You have to spread it well. Look how much I'm stretching. You must never see the moisture or the drops. It is very beautiful and elegant and covers well. If we are good with one coat, we will already cover a lot. See, I took the color once and didn't take it again. While you paint the whole structure up to here. Don't do the wood part, because I'll go there with Franco. We start with that and sand it. Up to here. Very good. If you get this part dirty, it doesn't matter, it's part of the furniture, paint this. Not here, because Franco and I will sand it in this one too, all right. So it is all accurate. Do you sand it now, while I do this? We will be there and sound it. What about the dust? Look, there is Anna there waiting for us with the vacuum cleaner. Like a hawk watching us. So maybe we move a little over there. You have to download a lot. Well done, and keep it from here. I know you're getting married on Sunday, but you can still do a manicure.
No manicure.
Good. So, shall we go there? Yeah. Look, I'll tell you 2 things. Where is the sounder?
Here.
It's all damp.
Let her relax. Painting relaxes. So the best thing about this coffee table is that it is solid wood. Who made it?
He bought this somewhere.
Didn't your dad do it? It could have been his too. Look at this beautiful piece of wood. When we sand it now, we will see a beautiful knot emerging and understand what kind of wood it is. Emma has the vacuum cleaner. Even if it is quiet, it will make a lot of noise, as we don't want dust to get on Marianna.
Yes.
You need to do one thing. Use 100 grit sandpaper. So a sander with coarse paper, and you must absolutely not go against the grain.
Along the grain.
Very good. I know you pretend not to know.
Since I do the tutorials. Thanks.
I do the first part.
What's missing? Masks.
The masks. You don't sand without a mask, or you breathe in the wood. It's not good. Why should I hold the brush by the ferrule? It's more precise, presses paint better, and doesn't tire your wrist. If you hold the brush higher up, your wrist will hurt tonight. But if you hold it from here, it's more precise. You can be stronger and paint using less product.
Ah, okay. Mask on. Let me know when you are ready. Ready.
Look at this beautiful wig that comes out.
Look how beautiful.
I want to see.
Nice.
A beautiful, light wood, and it will look well with the furniture we have chosen. So please be careful and don't press too hard on this part of the edge, because you never know how it will turn out. We will do it later. We will do the top part. Can I do the first part? Franco, you did good. Did you sweat? And you were so good, so precise. There's not even a drop. It looks like you do it every day for a living. You're really good. Since you do it so well, I'd say you continue the painting part. Your wrist is a bit sore, though. It's the jog that comes in. So we will turn this table upside down. Emma, can you help me? Let's flip this table over, legs up, so you can paint them. Meanwhile, I'll teach Franco how to sand without struggling. But by stripping paint. We use my biodegradable paint remover on the small one. I made you struggle on the big one. I wanted to see you as a man. Come on, let's go. Let's flip the table. Please help us, Franco. 1, 2, 3. Go. Like you did before, do it up to this part here. Stop at the wood, which Franco has sounded all right. Do I have to do the underside as well, right? No. Up to there, like the other one. We will be here. What should we be careful about?
To avoid dripping the paint stripper on the paint.
You are good. Look, let's do a nice thing. Without knowing anything, let's also protect the floor. Don't ruin the work I've done. No. So be careful. Try not to drip, and on the edges, let's apply it with a dry brush. You know that it is biodegradable, natural. It doesn't stink. It doesn't even irritate your hands. So you can do it without gloves.
Okay, I'll go.
It seems like you know it.
It looks familiar.
It is a paste, a gel that is spread on the surface. It looks like a cream. And the great thing is that this cream actually clings so well that it does not run off like a liquid and therefore works slower and better. It can take 10 minutes up to 30 minutes. It depends on the underlying paint.
Do we put it here?
Yes, we also apply on the edge. You see it is starting to dry. When it does that, it absorbs and dries. It is already working. It's removing paint. We will be very quick to strip this coffee table. I know you're swearing because you had a hell of a time doing the other one, but we'll do this one really quickly, 10 minutes. You should make a coffee.
A coffee.
Yes, go ahead, go ahead. Do you think I can paint the boat with it? Yes, the interiors of the boat. And what about the exteriors? The exterior like?
You have to invent a paint that can be good for supports that go in the sea water, that does not make the limpet stick.
How often should a boat be repainted on the outside, since you are very knowledgeable? The part that is in the water once a year. I am very happy because I can see that it is melting in some places, and you can see that it is already working. In 10 minutes, we'll be ready to remove it, and it will be practically stripped. A tip: always mass out it like this. If there are any build-ups where there is more, you can move it where there's less. It also has a nice color. You can notice that it doesn't have a smell that catches the throat, because it is made from recycled food scraps anyway, and it works very well.
Here is the coffee.
Thank you. You didn't bring one to me. I won't marry you anymore.
Now we remove the paint. It might not be enough. People used to apply an impregnating agent, then another one, and a mordant. What is mordant? They are used to color. They are dyes, which they use to cover the base of the wood a little. If you look here, this wood has multiple layers. It looks like solid wood, but it is plywood, made of many thin layers of wood. People used to do it often. It costs less than one piece of wood, especially in a crisscross pattern, since it doesn't warp. This small table will never warp. What did they do? They would stain it, darken it to hide the difference of the wood. We like it because it's modern, so we don't mind if it's visible. I use this spatula and try to remove as much as possible of what comes off. Look at Emma, she's ready. You can see that in some places it's lighter, in others it's darker, but that's what our spatulas are for, to once again remove this brown color that you see, and this brown is the mordant. So what do? We carefully remove the excess with spatulas and then use a steel wool pad with alcohol, which will help us remove any remaining residues. Do you want to try? Yes, I would. It seems satisfying. You should wear a glove. If you have nail polish on, it will remove it. If you have nail polish on, the paint remover will take it off. You only get dirty. It is not harmful to the skin. Remember, the right inclination is this. Try to press down enough. The more color you can remove now, the less we will have to remove later. See the difference? If you press a bit harder, look, you clean it even more. You can go back where I've been, look. You can do it, go ahead.
What do I do in the meantime?
You can protect the table with wax. What do you think? You can smell my wonderful Jasmine Wax. I'll take it. Franco, take the brush, load and drain it. The key is to use little. Just a little. You have a wonderful brush which protects well, and you see as we go over it, it becomes shinier.
Yes, shinier.
So you need to spread it well everywhere. Use a crossed brush stroke. We're taking it to go into all the holes and spread it over the entire base surface.
Smell that perfume.
It's jasmine scented. It has no solvents whatsoever and is truly a great product. It protects a lot thanks to the carnauba berry.
Can I use it after the shower?
No, I haven't designed it yet. It would be interesting. Do you want it? Treat it well. Avoid this part here. We'll use another technique later.
All right.
Marie, I'll show you just now how to remove the mordant hair. You see, it's not shiny now. It's nice and opaque, but it's a bit sticky. This is the mordant, so the dye that the wood has absorbed over the years. We use a steel with pad, first the coarse one, then the finer one with alcohol, and you can already see Emma there with a bucket with ammonia because it will help us remove the mordant residues.
I want to see this.
Oh, good. This is alcohol. It doesn't ruin the wood. No need to worry about it. We will see that it will only remove most of the color.
Following the grain right.
Well done. It doesn't have to match the other one. I don't mind if they are not identical. They are unique and handmade. So the alcohol lightens. It removes the color.
Look how much color it removes.
It is a process that has to be done slowly, cuddling the wood, enjoying the moment. It is not something that has to be done quickly or right. Restyling is actually something to be enjoyed as a process. It's not an obligation, right? The use of this small table doesn't change. You can use it now as you did before, but improving it is part of the makeover process. It takes passion. Look at that. Look at its shade now. Beautiful. It gets clearer and clearer. As you go on, it gets better. It gets clearer, but you choose. Should it be clearer? It's up to you. Lighten it as you like. So if you keep putting alcohol here, it keeps clearing up. Obviously, since we didn't sand, like we did on the other table, we haven't removed a piece of wood and therefore the grain is more visible. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people actually avoid using the sander, because they want to remove less wood than the sander would do anyway. Look, as we go on, oh drip. See, it must not drip on the paint, otherwise it can remove some of the color.
See how it slowly mounts everything below.
Exactly, and it also removes many flaws, maybe even some scratches that might have been underneath. It takes everything away.
But why use two different sponges with two different grits?
Because this one removes a bit more and the other makes the surface smoother. And it's even more beautiful because when you touch it, it feels even more pleasant. It's wonderful doing tutorials with someone talking to you, or else it feels like I'm talking alone. When someone asks you questions, it's nicer. Can I try it with the alcohol? Yes, I'll spread it again and see how much you lighten it. I'll let you do it so you can decide the shade of what you want to achieve. Okay, I take this one off and I give you the other one. Look, let's get some more color out of this. I notice how much has come off. Would you have guessed this is all mordant? You had no idea about the alcohol. This is the steel wool. Use it like this, always following the grain. You can start wherever you feel comfortable. All right, we put some alcohol. Some alcohol dripped onto the piece and removed a bit. Yes, they are water-based paints, and alcohol basically removes the paint. Let's put less to not cause any damage. If needed, you can add it later. Get comfortable. You will realize later, when we do the last step, when we will move on to the stencil gilding, a step you don't know about yet. How velvety it will be to the touch. So it's actually really nice and pleasant to use as well. Emma, what stencil do we put here? Will you go see if there's something arabesque? Le Mida and Marianna. And there's still this side to clean.
Can I put some more? Yes. There's still a bit of glue to remove here.
But when you did it, you could really see the brown stuff, whereas here you can't see it. It's the first layer. Don't worry, you're removing it. Now I'll rinse the sponge. I'll hand it to you and you'll remove. I know that you don't like all of this,
No, I like these things a bit kitsch.
You are terrible. So, it must look good in the context of the home renovation we are doing for you. And I trust you anyway, so. This is a lily. It is very delicate. It is not kitsch. Oh, then we use gold leaf. Except I have to glue it on the surface with spray glue and not with classic glue. Because the classic gold leaf glue would be absorbed by the wood. And in this case, it's not good. So I spray, but you have to be fast. Let's remove all. I stick the sheet and show what happens. I'll remove this. Hold it and you tee it down. Okay. What do you say? Let's wait a second before gluing. Just a second. Let's remove. You can see that it's a very delicate design. Here is the gold leaf. If you want, you can even crumple it. Because this gold leaf is glued to the paper. It doesn't come off and is made for makeovers, for people who are starting to enjoy makeovers. Maybe there are some experienced people, some expert gilders who don't need it because they are already used to handling gold leaf in many ways anyway. But the sleeve here is also for people who want to learn how to use it, and the effect is much more special. Do you know why? Because it looks a bit more vintage, and I actually need it, because you don't know it, but in your home, I need the slightly more vintage effect. There's still a little bit glue here, and you can see that I'll stick it right away. And our design is completely covered. It would be best to wait some time for the glue to set properly and take hold of all the gold leaf, then dust it off to reveal the lily.
We remove the excess.
We don't throw it away. We need these golden flakes. Any bit that comes off, we put it in a glass. If needed, it's there.
Ah, look, it really appears. It's very kitsch. No, I'm kidding. Beautiful.
As you can see, crumpling it has left a slightly more textured finish and has also provided a bit more of a vintage look. We keep the straws and put them in our little cup, right, Emma? Thank you. It can be protected in two ways, either with wax or with a protective coating. The protective paint protects more, even when you put things on it, even home ones. But in my opinion, it looks better with wax. If you put tea or other items on it, you can use a coaster or tray, nothing gets damaged. I definitely prefer wax because it's more natural. Let's apply wax. Let's apply wax. You applied it everywhere. Nothing is thrown away, nothing is wasted, and it stays there, which is an added value for us, because even for people who are starting to do small jobs, some makeovers, it is a sign of intelligence and nothing is wasted. Because, let's say, real gold leaf, the genuine one, the one that is 18 to 24 carats, cannot be used this way. It doesn't stick to the orange sheet, but it flies, it's impalpable. Real gilders sometimes have a red mat. They have special tools to lift it, and they must not sneeze or breathe. They even wear a mask. There shouldn't be a fan. Gilding is an art. Let's move on to the wax to finish it.
I take the wax.
Take the wax and we'll take it home, but you can't come. Georgia is waiting and decorating, so I have to go.
Here. Can I apply the wax? Yes, you were ready to do it.
Always apply it along the grain. Start here and press down. Look at that word. How beautiful and nice. Good. This wax is scented and very protective. You don't need to worry. Use it just as you would any other piece of furniture. So, Emma, we need to prepare everything as we have to go to their house to decorate the last things. I know that Georgia has already stocked up on treasures found in your basement and your house.
She looked around.
No, because you told us we could and we did. Your house is a treasure. So let's go there. Let's bring our small tables so we can set them, and there will be a long night ahead. Because we always make night, we stay there, we talk, and we work.
All right, I'm curious to see.
The brush should not be too loaded. Drain it on the edge. That's right. Drain it in paint. Nothing happens. The great thing is that it is not a printed paint. It is a real leaf. When we massage to make it shinier, it will look even more beautiful. See, it hasn't moved. We will do the same thing on the other one. Come on, let's get ready and go. This makeover is finished. Sorry for not looking at you. The tutorial is to be included in the episode we will stream on Discovery Plus and on channel 56 HGTV. Watch the entire episode. This tutorial will be shortened. The full content is on YouTube. See how we conceptualize these two pieces within the house. This will be a surprise, because this one will be bigger. Franco would say it's a little more kitsch, but it's my style, right, Emma?
It's beautiful.
But when do we ever listen to you? I say goodbye, thank you, and please write to me in the comments if you liked it. Tell me your thoughts and try the combination of pepper blue with Mida and raw wood, because I guarantee you it is overwhelming, right? I think Franco's new color is pepper blue, not Lucky Forest. Right? It's the new Lucky Forest. This makeover is finished. How'd it go? Very happy. You see the house. You see a little piece of the house, and please, don't miss the episode. On Discovery Plus and on channel 56 HGTV. Don't miss it, as there are many gems around here that you can't see. You had fun. The room is beautiful. The small table looks good here, even better. Which is your favorite?
It's difficult. This one, I sit on the armchair, feet up there.
Okay, see you at the next makeover and tell me in the comments if you liked it. Follow the channel to catch other videos. Goodbye.